all set, right?
Yeah, just get the,
Okay.
Councilors, take your seats, please. Before we do any business, I think it's time to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call of the members of the Legislative Affairs Subcommittee. Councilor Keefe?
Yes.
Here. Councilor Morabito? Here. Councilor Novoselsky?
Here.
Here. Councilor Rizzo is absent. And Chairman and Chairman Powers.
Thank you. There's only one item on the agenda this evening that we're dealing with, and that's the makeup of the committee that handles, pardon me, excuse me?
No, I'm sorry. I missed the ex officio member, Councilor Visconti. My apologies.
Ex officio member?
Ex officio member, yes.
Yeah. All right, let's, I know Councilor McKenna, you wanted to speak? Okay, it's your motion, so I think you should speak first. Thank you.
Clerk Melinek, you want to read the, yes, please.
Sure, so the ordinance that's pending before the Legislative Affairs Subcommittee is an ordinance amending the composition of the Public Art Commission as follows. Section 2.89.020A, Commission composition, terms, appointments, and vacancies of the revised ordinances of the City of Revere is hereby amended by deleting the words 5 and no more than 7 and inserting in place thereof the words 7 and no more than 9.
Excuse me, I believe the minimum will stay in place, and it'll be
Yes.
just increased to 9, is that what we talked
Yes.
about earlier?
I'd like,
Okay. Council McKenna, go ahead, please.
thank you. So I would like to amend the Public Arts Commission ordinance by deleting the words 5 and no more than 7 and inserting in place therefore the words 5 and no more than 9. 7 to 9. 5 and no more than 7, and inserting in place thereof the words 5 and no more than 9. And this will allow us the flexibility of having subcommittees.
Yeah, would you care to elaborate on this, the rationale for this, adding the 2 members?
Yes, so we have, right now, we have 6 members of the PAC committee. And we don't have enough people to have subcommittees. We have in a couple of gigantic events coming up. We don't have enough people to have subcommittees. So we're just increasing that ordinance instead of, it's 7 to 9.
Any other councilors want to speak on this? Council Morabito.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's great to see that there are so many people who want to be part of this committee as well. I've been watching it, catching up, and I've been catching up and watching a few of their meetings, and it's amazing how many projects they're working on, and this is going to help create a focal point on these projects. So I'm in full favor of this ordinance change.
Any other councilors want to speak? Yes, Councilor Sereno, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, through you to Councilor McKenna, is the Public Art Commission a paid or are they a volunteer commission?
No, it's a volunteer commission.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other councilors want to speak on this? Ira? No? No, I think the Public Arts Commission is really a tremendous move for the city of Revere, because these are people that are dedicated to making the city a better place. They're not looking for any salary. It's all volunteers. And I think when we have a committee like this, we have 9 members. There's a lot of good ideas out there that people have that we don't ordinarily see before us. So I think this is a very positive move, and I understand, Councilman McKenna, you're chairing this committee?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and that's another dedicated move, and it's a good thing when we have people on the council that are that much involved as you are, because that's the place you came from, the arts, right? Yeah, from the school department, yeah, okay. So any other councilors want to speak on this? Councilor Zambudo, did you want to? He's here. Just giving you the opportunity.
We'll do the amendment first and then.
Yeah, okay.
So roll call on the amendment, changing the advertised ordinance to read 5 and no more than 9. Counselor Keefe?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Morbido?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Rizzo is absent. Council President Visconti?
Yes.
Yes. And Chairman Powers?
Yes,
Yes, the amendment has been approved. Now, the PAC composition ordinance as amended is now before the Legislative Affairs Subcommittee. Counselor Keefe?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Morbido? Yes. Counselor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Rizzo is absent. Council President Visconti?
Yes.
Yes. And Chairman Powers?
yes.
Yes, the ordinance will receive a favorable recommendation to the full city council this evening as
Yeah,
amended.
very good.
Thank you very much.
Good evening. Call to order the zoning subcommittee for Monday, December 5th, 2022. We'll all rise and salute the flag.
Roll call of the members of the zoning subcommittee. Counselor McKenna.
Here,
Here. Counselor Novoselsky.
Here.
Here. Counselor Powers.
Here?
Here. Counselor Sereno.
Here.
Here. Council President Visconti.
Here.
Here. And Chairman Keefe.
Here.
Here, quorum is present. There's one item on tonight's agenda on the application of 529 Broadway LLC, seeking to alter and extend a non-conforming use, which is a non-conforming commercial building acting as a private garage for the purpose of operating a special garage at 535 Broadway.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I know that this has been at a public hearing, and there are a couple minor changes, but wanted to open this up to, well, the applicant. I know the attorney's here. If you have anything to add?
Good evening, Chairman and City Councilors. My name is Nancy O'Neill, and I'm an attorney located at 14 Proctor Avenue. I'm here tonight representing the applicant, 529 Broadway LLC, and I am joined here tonight by its principal, Mr. Gleason Sarnaglia. As you heard at the City Council meeting last week, the applicant is seeking a special permit to alter the current pre-existing non-conforming use as a private garage, to use as a special garage, which would contain my client's auto body business. My client is the owner of Braz Motors, located in the 529 Broadway portion of this building. For context, this building contains 6 commercial units. Both the 529 and 535 portions of the building are located in the back of the property and are close by. My client wishes to expand his business at the 535 Broadway unit. And per agreement with the School Street neighbor, Mrs. Shand, the 535 Broadway property is to be used for special garage or auto body purposes only. And of course, all alterations to the building and all equipment will be code compliant. To address the concerns of the neighbor, Mrs. Shand, we are proposing 14 conditions on the special permit. And as you will note, these are the same 14 conditions proposed previously as was agreed with the neighbor. And I will read these out for you. So, 1, the site plan dated July 22nd, 2022, prepared by Williams and Sparages, shall be updated to reflect the conditions of the special permit. Further, the site plan shall be subject to additional revisions by the Site Plan Review Committee. These additional revisions and conditions shall be incorporated into and made part of the final site plan and special permit. The final site plan shall be recorded in the Suffolk County Registry of Deeds along with a special permit. A recorded copy of the special permit and a final site plan review letter shall be filed with the building inspector prior to the issuance of a building permit. 2, the final landscaping plan shall be approved by the Site Plan Review Committee, including the planting of an evergreen screen, minimum 6-foot-high pine trees, along residential property lines shared with 130 School Street and along the frontage of the property on School Street. Further, a yearly landscape maintenance plan shall be submitted to the SPRC that includes the replacement of any dead trees or shrubs, fertilizing, mulching, grass cutting, and weed control for the entire property. 3, there shall be no access or egress allowed from the site onto School Street. 4, permit holder shall erect an 8-foot stockade fence along the frontage of School Street, along with berms to prevent damage to fencing and landscaping. Such berms shall also be implemented for the fencing along 130 School Street. 5, permit holder shall replace those 2 sections of fence located on 130 School Street that are closest to the frontage with School Street with the new 8-foot fencing substantially similar to the type of fencing currently existing at that location. 6, permit holder shall replace the top portion of the fence located at 130 School Street with decorative lattices and also include such lattices in that portion of 130 School Street fence that is to be replaced as discussed above. 7, permit holder shall install soundproofing to the interior of the garage that borders 130 School Street. 8, permit holder shall utilize the garage abutting School Street for auto body shop purposes only and not for auto repair services. 9, permit holder shall permanently close with cement blocks all glass windows along the border of 130 School Street. 10, permit holder shall not park large trucks or large campers at the garage located at 535 Broadway. 11, permit holder shall convert all glass doors along the border of 130 School Street to wooden doors, and any glass fronts shall be cement blocked. 12, Permit holder shall replace cross fencing that borders 130 School Street, which shall include a gate for pedestrian access. 13, permit holder shall install, keep, and properly maintain code-compliant filters on any exhaust ducts on the property's roof. 14, the neighbor living at 130 School Street shall be informed of site plan review meeting dates. And as mentioned previously, we have agreed to these conditions with Mrs. Shand, the 130 School Street neighbor, who has expressed her satisfaction with these conditions, and has also consulted with Councilor Cogliandro on this matter. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have regarding the property. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney O'Neill. Being Councilor Cogliandro's area and neighborhood, I'd like to offer him the floor. Councilor Cogliandro.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm not on the zoning subcommittee, but I appreciate that very much. I've said it all along. You heard the list of, for the items that Ms. Shand gave to the attorney and for the owner of the property to update. It's extensive. There's a lot of little minute things in there, but he's proved that he is a great neighbor, and I am 100% on board. Everything that was listed there is being done or has been done, so I'm 100% on board with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other councilors in the zoning subcommittee? Anyone wish to speak? Councilor Powers?
Yes, my main concern was the traffic that would be coming out onto School Street, and I believe that's been addressed. There'll be no cars coming out of there.
That's correct. All access to School Street shall be blocked off.
Good, okay, so that's the main thing that concerned me. Thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to bring up a few points. The biggest part for me, again, like Councilor Powers and a few others, the School Street access is probably the greatest concern that has been rectified. I know that the neighborhood, or the neighbor specifically, was very much in favor, especially with the relationship that they've created in meeting the concerns of her. And I know that there are 5 conditions from site plan that are also going to be read into the record. I assume that you're going to be, you're amenable to that. And then the last question I had, we know that the fire department comes in and they do their safety checks every year. Just for the edification of the council, when they do the booth filters and the filtration systems, how often are those changed out? Are they done quarterly, annually, biannually? Monthly? Okay. Yeah. I know that they require service, and so I would imagine that when the fire department's doing their inspections, they'll make sure that those are up to snuff. But outside of that, this applicant, Mr. Zanaglia, has really come to the table with all of the needs of the neighborhood. It's not out of suit for the neighborhood. There are other auto body and auto repair shops in the area. Obviously, this would be just a private garage, but it does fit the area. So I don't really have any qualms with that. But
Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, Councilor Rizzo.
Thank you. Just before, I don't know, I know you're the chairman here, so you might be speaking last, but I apologize for getting here a little bit late, but I have followed this project, and I am supportive of it, though you have the support, it seems, from the majority of the city council and the ward councilor, which in my opinion, in a lot of these projects, is always the most important piece. If you have the support of the ward councilor, that means that he is most familiar with the area, or should be most familiar with the area and what the residents feel about the project. And so by all accounts and by your past presentations, certainly I will be supportive of it. I just would be remiss if I didn't mention, I was with your dad not too long ago at a swearing in for one of our own Revere residents, Jessica Iavano, who is now the new Chief Probation Officer over in Chelsea District Court. But I know your dad's very proud of you, and I told him that I would say hello the next time I saw you. So great job. Thank you.
That's very nice. I'd like to meet her father as well. I'm sure he's very proud. With all that, Madam Clerk, would you please read the conditions from site plan?
Sure. Frank Strigi, city planner, submitted the following conditions. They are, a couple of them are repetitive from what Attorney O'Neill had mentioned. 1, a landscape screening buffer and solid fence shall be installed along the property line on School Street and the abutting residential property to the north. The screening buffer shall be approved by the Site Plan Review Committee. 2, any spray booths shall be in compliance with the fire department, health department, and building department safety codes, including all ventilation requirements. 3, no access or egress from the site shall be allowed on School Street, and all curb cuts shall be closed to the site on School Street. 4, there shall be no outdoor storage of junk or damaged cars, including automobile parts and tires, on the site. And 5, the plans must be reviewed and approved by the fire department for compliance with fire suppression and fire safety codes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. With those conditions, I would ask to do a roll call.
Shall the zoning subcommittee offer a favorable recommendation on the application before you, subject to the findings and conditions of the zoning subcommittee and Attorney Nancy O'Neill? Counselor McKenna?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Sereno?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel President Visconti?
Yes.
Yes. And Chairman Keefe?
Yes.
Yes, the special permit has been awarded a favorable recommendation.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
No further business?
That's all the business for this evening. We'll see you at the regular council meeting. Meeting adjourned.